All right, hello. Hi, King Luke. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a while since I've streamed. I've been really busy working on the game, working on the demo, and then also interviewing for jobs. So I've not really had the time to stream recently. You haven't had a chance to play the demo yet? Oh no, you're fine. I should actually. So what we're actually going to be doing today is placing the enemies throughout the level. So we should have like a pretty early version of this demo playtesting soon. We're pretty much just in an art pass at the moment, aside from I'm doing very minor enemy and level layout changes. So you're gonna see some cubes. We're gonna replace them with corpses soon. Uh, Holly was just asking me to space them out where I would actually want stuff to block out your movement. Everything else is just gonna be like normal clutter, but there was a few more things that I wanted to add that stop you from actually escaping. But we're going to kind of get right into it. The big thing that I want to do is start placing some enemies. And I'm also going to chat with Chloe in a bit because she's been doing some behaviors for like alert behaviors and like poses at the beginning of their like animations. But for now, I'm going to just go quickly. Um, we're going to kind of readjust some things about the onboarding. So I actually want camera controls to be about here. And I'm going to start also placing just kind of random guys where I want them to be. Because I want to push back combat a little bit. Because before it was like you learn to swing literally like right here. Where I want to push that up a little bit. I think I'm going to push pretty much all of the actual combat back by like one step. So there used to be your lock-on tutorial was like right here on the steps. And the guy would come down and you would fight him. I think I'm actually going to push it back pretty much to here because I want you to be able to test out your movement and your attacks pretty much throughout this entire street. And then once you finally get up here, you see the boss. I also got to talk to Holly about these tentacles because I actually want to be able to see the model. That's the other thing. Our boss model's almost done. I have some screenshots, I think, assuming Mara sent them to the chat, which I think she did. I think the only one she actually sent was an exploded version of the boss. Oh no. Her file got corrupted. Um, yeah, her file got corrupted. She did manage to get it back, but unfortunately, this is the only image of the boss model that I have at the moment. Is it being exploded? Yo, is this the tutorial? Yeah, this is the opening area. So I'm just kind of spacing some stuff out. Um, Theoretically, I could. You know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm actually going to, for the first time, reactivate the move prompt. Because we had a real issue with the move prompt for a while because of how the old system worked. You'd basically spawn in it and it would immediately, like, disappear. So I'm hoping if I just do this, I should actually get a movement prompt. Because crazy concept, I would like people to know that you can move. Cool, perfect. So I'm gonna spend maybe 5-ish minutes. Go here. 5-ish minutes just kind of placing these tutorials a bit more where I want them to be. Let me do more this way. I'm just going to kind of push everything back a bit. So I'm going to have a guy near this corpse pile. And then another guy near the stairs. And then I think this is my lock-on tutorial. Yeah. And I think I'm just going to push this like way, way back. So I'm actually going to replace this old dash with the lock-on. So kind of the idea is similar to like Dark Souls 1. There's going to be a few guys that don't really attack you lining this street. They're going to be like praying, cowering, slamming their head against the wall, whatever. And then I'm going to have the actual first bit of combat here with guys that actually will take some swings at you. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... Where's the switch target? You. There you are. I'm actually going to push this way further because you just learned lock-on. So the next thing I kind of want to teach you is how to switch targets. Let me see. What would I want to... I think then I'm also going to push the dash pretty far back because there's not a lot of like space here that you'd really need to or want to be dashing. Maybe down here. Maybe I'd have you dash this instead, because that's kind of a long corridor. Yeah, I might do that instead. Because that is pretty far for the dash. So, let me place this down here. Let's do about here. Move the heel back a little bit. Because the other thing is people weren't quite seeing this, so I'm going to need to add some incentive. I might also need to redesign this bit of level here. Maybe just even add like a light. Yeah, what does it look like right now? Yeah, I think I need to add like a light or something here because no one really sees the turnaround. There's a few instances like that where I need to talk to Holly because like people have been struggling to see the door. This I might just straight up open up instead of having closed. No one really sees this. So I'm gonna add some light there, probably. So you land, heal, and then from here dash. I think that makes sense. The only other one that I haven't tutorialized is the dodge. Where did I put dodge? I could probably put dodge inside the house. Let me turn the lights back on. Holly has not finished their light pass of this area. I'm also probably gonna like flip this table or redesign this a bit, because this little back area is a bit more cramped than I want it to be. So I might, like, grab some stuff and just kind of push it out this way a bit more, so that there's a bit more area to work with here. But I'm going to, for now, put dodge down here. And I think that's a reasonable spacing for the tutorials. I might also push this guy further back as well. But I think otherwise that's kind of where I want it to be. So now we're just going to start placing dudes. And then making sure that these space properly. I might even push heavy attack. Here, before I move on, I am going to push heavy attack more towards here. And maybe here. All right. Let's see. Let me open up enemies. And do I have them available? I don't. Where is my... There it is. All right, cool. Let me close some stuff because I have a bunch of tabs open that I do not need open. But I'm just going to start placing some dudes. I think, first of all, I want a guy on Main Street pretty much right here. And he's going to be probably praying or cowering near this pile of corpses. Like right here, probably. Yeah. I want like one more. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy paste this guy. I'm gonna like have him bang his head against the wall. I can either do it here or I could do it on the opposite side. I think I'm gonna keep it here. So I'm gonna just have him face the wall. I have like a banging your head animation, so I think that'll be fun. Here, let me like... I need you pointing at the wall. There we go. Perfect. And how close can I get you to the wall without you, like, being pushed back by it? That should be fine. And I think I'm actually going to replace you with, probably my ranged model. Yeah. And then I kind of want, like, one more dude somewhere. I don't know where I'd want it, though. Is kind of the issue. I want, like, one more guy that you can kind of test out some stuff on. Maybe... Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll figure that out later, especially as the corpses start getting placed. That's probably one of the reasons why. Where do I have the... So that's light attack now. I have heavy attack a bit further up than I maybe would want it to be. I think, honestly, I could probably take the player back a little bit, because I want him to be pretty much right where this corpse pile will be. So, like, here. And then I can also move this back. And I can kind of just move them all back a little bit. 'Cause I think I went a little too far. Yeah, and then I can put maybe here. And I can have a guy kind of maybe here or here. Hey, Rect. How you doing, man? Yeah, I want to put like one more guy. For now, I think I'm just gonna like grab one of them and just kind of shuffle them somewhere. Let me grab like you. Let's do you. Get over here. All right, cool. And we'll have him. I don't know. I'll just have him like standing in the middle of the street. Why not? Who's gonna stop me? Let's rotate him this way here and touch the ground. Yeah, no, I appreciate you stopping by. It's been a bit. Hope you've been doing well. I think if I remember correctly, Johnny and Mary got to play your game. I know they're still going through the games. Um, they really overloaded themselves by trying to play 100 games. I think they're still on like 30 left or something like that. It was the third stream. Yeah, 100 is way too much. I totally agree. Because it's been since April? Like beginning of April is when they started doing it. So it's been what, a month and a half? Should have been top 50 maybe. I don't know. Like that's kind of the issue is because you want to give people chances and you want to make sure that like, oh god, really? All right, thank you. Dog immediately wanted to go out the second I started streaming.
Josh, come on. Josh.
There's some really long games. Yeah, there are. He's so deaf. There, go.
Hi.
Sorry, he is. Josh is so deaf. He like can't hear when we tell him that he has to go out. It's really bad. He's, for anyone who doesn't know, he's 15. He's an old man. Ancient dog. Where did? I'm sorry. Where did my? Oh, I'm still in the prefab, idiot. Data core will take an entire stream. I don't know what they're gonna do about that. If I'm being real, it's kind of one of the issues with judging game jams, especially like longer ones, is that you never know how long 100 games are gonna take. Like I know Wub gets the cut, which is number 2. I think it's number 2. Takes like 10 minutes max. And then you have like other games that are like Data Core that take an hour and a half if you're actually like enjoying it. Oh my god, I have a strong feeling like Johnny is gonna get addicted to scrambled ships. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me grab one more guy. And this will be my actual first combat encounter. But I really wanted to have you have time to learn the controls before I just kind of throw you in the deep end. And I think I'll also, how do I want to do this guy? I think I'll probably have him... How far out do I want you? This will probably be fine. Maybe next year it will happen again. They should encourage shorter games. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of limiting, if I'm being honest. I know they'll be doing 2 weeks instead of a month, which will probably encourage shorter games naturally. It's really hard to judge. It's one of those things where like part of it is both like the stream schedule and like they chose Dano, and Dano's been uh like hard to get on stream sometimes because like everyone's busy. Um, like Mary and Johnny live together, so they're really easy to, just be like, hey, we're streaming tonight. This is why a lot of game jams typically have like a bunch of moderators do judging. Um, and then the actual like hosts only do sometimes only 20 games because it takes a long time, and we're now on what, part 9? Johnny, what part are you on tonight? I think it's 9. I think what Bibbs wants short and polished games rather than long and broken games. It's kind of funny because Johnny internally always kind of pitched it. Mine was short and broken. Oh yeah, game jam moment. Um, Johnny had always kind of pitched it as like he wanted a new UFO 50. So like he wanted like short, fun games. I'm like, dude, people make whatever they want in game jams. You can't just like assume that you're gonna get that specific type of game. Like it's really, unless you're being really specific, it is like damn near impossible to get a specific type of game made in a game jam. Unless you're like, I don't know. I know some people did like visual novel game jams, and I think like honestly, stuff like that when you're trying to get specific like that, you need to just have like a whole theme baked into it. And I always feel bad for people that make visual novels in general game jams because like they just don't do well, unfortunately. Um, what was the game that I played? Glass Halo. I actually enjoyed Glass Halo. It was nice. It was cute. It was pretty well written. Um, but when everything else is like way more of a game, like I don't feel bad saying it. Like visual novels to me are more akin to choose your own adventure books than they are like classical video games. Like they're still an interactive medium, but they're like so separate that it's extremely hard to judge a visual novel in a game jam. And like that's never like, as bad as I feel saying it, like that was never going to be in the collection, for example. All right, let me test this like Main Street out quick. I think I didn't turn off their site. So I think these first 3 guys are still going to like see or hear me. Oh, cool, they don't. Perfect. Did I set that, or is this a bug? I guess we're about to find out, because I was having a bug earlier, and it might just be that I didn't push my changes. Nope, he sees me. Hey, buddy, look at my slow little guy. Anyways, died. I also have way too much health right now. Should have put Echoes in the Mist in the game jam. You know what? I was actually genuinely considering it because of the fact that Johnny specified that, like, if you use code from other projects, that's fine, so long as you're not using the actual game itself. So I was like, man, I really could have just taken all of Echoes and be like, yeah, guys, this is my game jam game. The winner of the Stop Killing Games game jam last year was a visual novel. Really, I didn't know that. That's cool. Like, they can win, don't get me wrong. It's just harder to stand out, in my experience. Oh, he's out of the target range. Okay, so I need... What the... Okay, so I need to move you. So how do I want to go about this? Let's see. So I could have it... What I might do is I think I'm going to turn this guy around. Kind of facing the actual stall. I'm probably going to put like a dead horse here or something. Maybe here. I'm going to move this guy not all the way over there, please. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay. Thanks, OBS. What did it disconnect from? Technical difficulties, question mark? Okay. That was weird. I don't know if that broke anything. Are we still live? Is anyone still in chat? I got an error? Are we good now, though? Yeah, sorry about that. My OBS like just disconnected. That was really weird. I've never had that happen before. All right. Well, as long as we're good, chilling, I guess. I'm here. You just lagged like crazy. Oh, damn. Okay. Noted. I could either do it so that I might actually do it once I have the model. I think I might actually have this guy up on the stairs and then have him jump down. But for now, I think that'll be better because you can actually see the lock-on change. I'm actually going to get rid of these guys because this is too big of a jump. I'm curious if I can like move the start point without it breaking. Okay, let me actually exit out of it so I can see the nav mesh. Because earlier, Holly was having a really good laugh. Oh, bye, Rect. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Anyways, Holly was kind of having a laugh because this was not working too well. So maybe if I put it more here. Yeah, I might just need to adjust this more. Because I would love to have these guys actually drop down on you, but it did not really seem like it was working previously. So let's see if I can get that. Come on. Thanks, Unity. Very cool. Because if I can get these guys jumping down and having it look even somewhat decent, that'll be really cool. And if not, womp womp. Let me actually go in here, cube. What we're going to do, we're going to raise this up and extend it to like here. And then we're going to rebake that mesh. The reason why we're doing that, as weird as this will essentially extend this nav mesh, but it won't affect the actual level geometry. So let me bake. And then we're going to turn this back off. And that should actually get us towards the edge of the building. Oh, I didn't turn off my enemies. Oops. I don't know why. And I didn't turn the thing back. I'm so stupid. Technical issues. Hold up. The technical issues is just with my brain, though. Okay. Now we can bake the mesh. And then turn this back off. And then turn you guys back on. There we go. Then we can adjust this nav link. Because this was giving me issues before. And hopefully, assuming I do this correctly, this jump will look a lot more natural than it was previous. And we're going to move these guys closer to the link because these guys are really, really slow, actually. So let me put you, like, here. And you're just going to go right on the edge, honestly. I want, like, the first thing this guy does to be, like, jumping down, essentially. And let's test that. I think my they on the roof drill. Hopefully my thing here. Where did I keep that stored? Oh, it's in enemy onboarding. Church? Alert trigger. Let's see. How did I do this? This is always the issue. Is I I need to remember how I did certain things. I love coding, guys. It's my favorite. It's totally not getting broken every single time there's an update. I don't want to spend too much time coding on this one. I pretty much just want to do enemy placement for this and then basically just go into level design. But if this would load, I would just like to check if my alert still works. That is not even the right script. Screw me, I guess. Come on. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. So I need a alert core? I don't know why this is called alert core. Okay. Wait. Core enemy AI. I don't think I made... Wait, did someone update my thing? That's weird. I don't think that's serialized either. Who? How dare you? Whoever did that. I have no clue why that's... Oh, do I know what it probably was? It was probably someone getting rid of a Git component. But let's fix this up really quick. If I can just do other dot tag not equal layer, not playert. If it doesn't equal player, and then so it does this. Okay, but I can't serialize this. So I just need to do... God, it's been forever. Serializable? No. So I can't do it this way. AI viewers, how about you go die? You wanted to see me suffer like last stream? Oh, I just might. You know what? I just might. I think I might just say screw it and actually just do this. And then, honestly, I think, if I remember correctly, I don't know if it will do it immediately, but Chloe just did an update where they go into an alert behavior. So that should just be fine, honestly. I could also, I think Anime AI has like a core, actually. So like I should be fine just doing this instead, getting rid of the struct. Um, alert enemies list. I should have renamed it, but don't know what. Too bad. So enemy.state. Alert core dot state machine dot transition. I don't think that's necessary, and I think I can just do this. Maybe I could do enemy AI dot core. No. Okay, that's not accessible. I could just make it accessible. Who's gonna stop me? Actually, does it have any other references that I could do instead? Let's see. AI state is public, subscribed. I don't think I even need the transition though, so I think I can actually just leave it as is doing this. And if this doesn't work, oh well. Let's see. So first thing I need to check is just making sure they don't like immediately fall to their death. I think I didn't push a change that I needed to push. Hold up. Man, I'm gonna be doing what bossy. You get what you wanted. You're gonna get me suffering. Behavior instance. You evil. Evil thing. Wait, this isn't it. It's get current. This is what I'm looking for. I thought. Oh no, it's not that. Why are you being weird, man? I don't know why the gizmos are drawing like that. That should not be the case. Actually, don't know what it might be. It might be that I need to regenerate persistence. Now are you being weird? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Alright, still might be broken. I might need to check some things later. But the one guy did work, so this should theoretically still do what I need it to. So let me just kind of run up to where I need it to be. Then hopefully what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to move this off to the side for a second because I want to be able to see these guys. If I'm lucky, they should be alerted right now, and they should... Oh, he got stuck. Uh-oh. Guys, what happened? Oh, no. Come on. Why are you stuck? What are you stuck on? Was there issues? It might be how the gizmos are looking right now, why they're not working properly. But neither of their, like... Yeah, they're just stuck up there. Weird. Oh, don't know. It might be that their fall state is broken. Bossy, I think you're getting what you wanted. I think I'm going to be suffering. Let me double check. Let's see. Where is your fall state? Fall state. Let's go to you. Yep. Oof. All right. There it is. So what I need is whatever you're using. What are you using? Okay, so you're using fall state. Let's go to you. And this should just fix it. I also might need to do fall state. And then that should be good. All right. God, man. I love game design. I love game design. I just have to keep telling myself that. And then maybe one day it will be true. That's not true. I do actually really enjoy what I do, but there's always so much garbage that you have to deal with. Not always the most fun thing to do. I do also need to figure out why these gizmos are being weird. Because they're all pointing, like... It almost looks like they're all pointing towards the player, weirdly enough. What about you? What if I, like... See, your gizmos are fine. Like, you're not doing anything weird. I don't know why they look like that, and that's concerning. But anyways, let me just kind of book it and see if these guys fall down properly. Okay. Okay. I didn't actually see it because that thing was so small, but they did actually go down. They are on the ground now. I have no clue why they're attaching to this guy, and that's really terrifying me. I made Doodle Story, but updating the game on the itch page so it's kind of not the original. Oh, you updated it? You didn't tell me you updated it. I want to check that out at some point. Here, let me also restart now that I know that they actually fall properly. Holly's asking if we upload the streams. We sure do. Everyone say hi to Holly. They're working an actual adult job, and I respect them so much for it. All right, how do you look? That is so goofy looking. Oh. Oh no. Hold up. Why is it... Why do y'all look so goofy when you're doing that? Oh, I have it locked. Here, show me. Yeah, you're supposed to... That's so weird. I'll send you a link later. Oh yeah, please do. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why. Does the player fall properly? Wait, that's actually another pretty big question. Does the player fall properly? Kind of looks like the player also just kind of sinks. Okay, let me get like a bigger fall. Don't tell me the fall state broke. I'll cry, actually. You're gonna see me sob live on stream. Okay. No, it works for the player. That's so weird, dude. Oh no, it might have something to do with the ground rings UI being weird. Here, let me check something really quick. Let me see. What would it be? It would be like the move state? Because I don't really know what else would do it. Where's my... Was it in the base state? It's probably in the base state. Man, I just wanted to place goofy enemies. Let's see. Where is my... Dude, where's my gizmos? Give me the gizmos, dude. No gizmos? What do you... I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna... Dude, I know you're in here. Where's fall check? Yeah, and then, like... Do you not do a gizmos here? Where do you... Man, I'm gonna actually crash out in a second. Where do you handle the gizmos for that? Because I can see them in the scene. I know they're there. You cannot hide them from me. Like, this is the stuff that I just, like, hate about code with, like, a burning passion. Like, I actually really enjoy coding, but once you go back into code and you're like, how the hell did you do this and where did you put it? Draws me insane. Okay, draw a line. Okay, there it is. Perfect. So it's hit dot point and race start. Where do you get these values? So race start. So hit comes from here. Goes from race start origin. Where's origin? Origin is the core.character.position. Okay. Offset is just like a number sitting somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So it does it by an angle, number of grounded points, by a radius that is set here. Okay, that seems reasonable. Unless it's something to do with the character controller, but I don't think that would do it. And then has step height plus ground distance. And it's just doing a vector down. And then it's doing a debug log of hit point plus hit normal. Dude, what? I don't understand why these are being so weird. Is there any reason why this would be giving off something else? It might be the character controller. Where is this getting set? Implementation. Let me just find all references. Get component in children. Character controller. Yeah. Is that it? I guess that's it. It's just lying to me. Why are you lying to me, dude? Man. This is the sickness that plagues our country. It's just this. It's just me dealing with this. Um yeah, that's so weird. I really am at a loss as to why this would be wrong. Alright, bye Luke. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. But yeah, no, this is evil. I think I think this might have to be a case of like I just have to come back to it because otherwise I'm just going to not I'm gonna completely derail what I was supposed to get done today. But that is very weird that this is that's what's happening. Because if I remember correctly, so it's grabbing the character controller. Maybe if I just expose that really quick. Let me just I'm gonna try one more thing, which is I'm just going to serialize field. And then I'm just gonna see if it's getting set to the right thing. And then if it is, then I have no clue, and I'm literally just gonna go do something else. Because I simply do not have the time for this. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, it shows it briefly, and then it disappears, and now it has like these very, very weird lines. So where is this happening? So yeah, it's in the child. Yeah, seemingly all of them are just in the children. Like correctly. So it's not the character controller. What if I like ground rings? What if I just do one? What if I like... Yeah, that doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know why it is that it does that. Very, very weird. Very concerning, honestly. At this point, change the stream title. Ugh, man, I don't wanna be doing this. Alright. All I'm gonna check now really quick is the player. Grounded rings, grounded points 12. Okay. So I think all I'm going to do is just double check that this is not getting overridden by move state. Because what I saw essentially was it was working for a frame or two and then it switched up. And I don't know why it switched up. So let me see. Update. Update position. Phone check is in update position. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. That was really the only other thing that I could have seen making that weird. So I guess for now, I'm just going to have to do other stuff because they fall down. They just don't look correct. Um, which is very weird to me. I've never really had that happen before. I could also probably set everyone to ground rings 1. I don't think I need 2 rings. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that quick, actually. That's just like a... This does not need to... For enemies, I could probably drop it down to like 6. It's magic? Oh man, it's a curse, more like it. But yeah, we can call it magic. I'm just gonna kind of go through these. Oh shoot, I gotta like... Yeah, we're gonna do this as quick as we can. But let me open up all these. We're gonna do 1-6 for all of these, because they do not need to check that often or that well. Because unlike the player, like, if they are a little more janky with when they fall, I don't really care. Are they all one? Why is it still E-ranged? Whatever, I don't care. We're just gonna... Oh my god. Losing my mind. Yeah, we're just gonna go through, set all these to 1 and 6. Alright. Only 2 more. I love what I do. You cannot tell me otherwise. And if I'm really lucky, which I will not be, this will just fix it. But that's not the world we live in, so we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that this is just for my own sanity and not actually to fix the issue. I'm also gonna turn off the character controller. That's unnecessary now. So I was worried that it was getting the wrong character controller, but it's definitely not. So I'm gonna go back up to the top, and we're just gonna do that. And this should at least make it a little more performant with them being on. And let me do this. Because they don't all need that many checks, is the big thing. Can you not be grabbing that? Thank you. I just want my guys, please. Let me do quick override check. Make sure I didn't... Yeah, apply that transform. And apply this. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go through and make sure they're on the nav mesh as well, because that's like another issue that you can run into very often. But very odd bug to run into, if I'm being real. And I want to see real quick, if I do this, you can see it for a split second when it first boots up. What a weird... Just what a weird bug to have. I think the weirdest part is that some of them don't have that. And they're not, like, consistent. Aside from the fact that it looks like they're all pointing in the same direction. Wait a minute. Are they all pointing towards the player? I don't know if I can, here. Why are you all pointing towards the player? Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. Oh my god, that's it. That's the issue. Okay, weirdly enough, when... Wait, when he was attacking, he had the right... What is going on, dude? Okay, yeah, they're all pointing towards the player. That's the issue. How? Bossy, I'm gonna lose it, dude. This truly is the worst type of witchcraft known to man. Unless the other option is that Chloe's doing like a debug log, which I don't think she is. Here, I'm gonna watch this guy specifically. Because this guy is fine. And I don't really know why he's fine and everyone else isn't. What are the other... Like, what state are you in? Random guy number 3. You are... in move state. Okay. And this guy... Well, he was also moving, so he was in move state. There's also a weird thing of, like... All of them are showing when I'm clicking on one of them. Which is very odd. Is there another, like, draw line? Is anyone drawing their lines? Is it in, like, the target system? I'm, like, actually losing my mind. You know what, Bossy? I might actually change the name of the stream at this point. Like, you weren't kidding. Um... Is anyone here drawing a line? Okay. What about the target system? Oh my god, it's okay. Ugh. So it is... I think it actually is just the target system. Hold up, wait. If I do this, if I turn this off, do I still get that issue? I probably don't. I was probably just worried about nothing. That probably was just Chloe testing how far the enemies can, like, detect you, and I was freaking out about it for no reason. But that doesn't explain why the guys weren't entering a fall state. I don't know. Game development's weird. Yep, that was it. That was literally the only issue. Well, I was getting scared for nothing, apparently. Except for the fact that it still doesn't make sense why they didn't enter a fall state. Unless, chat, I'm just actually the dumbest man on the planet, which I might be, because I don't think I gave them a false state. I didn't give them a. Where's my clown nose? It's been a while. Where's my. There it is. Clown nose. I'm just stupid. I am stupid and don't deserve to be a game developer right now. That's, man. Need a James Clown emote. Do you know what? I would. I like. I. I think one of the weird things about being, I guess technically as streamers, I'm mostly just doing this as like a fun way to talk about game development. Um, like I actually consider myself a pretty bad streamer, and that's partially on purpose. And a lot of that is just like I'm not here to necessarily be a streamer. Like it'd be fun to have emotes and stuff, but like I am gonna be so real with you, Bossy. I'm not putting in the effort to like make and add in a bunch of emotes. If someone makes it for me, I will. Um, so someone's messaging me. Oh my god. All right, do you know what? Today's actually turning out to be a good day. Hold up a second. Hey, baby. Tesla just said that they accidentally got the wrong kind of litter. Um, and that we can take their litter for free. We just ran out of cat litter. We literally just ran out of cat litter. And we were like, oh no, oh, I don't want to go out today anymore. We like just spent money on groceries, but like our cat doesn't have any litter. So this is an actual blessing. This is the thing that gets me excited now. That's how you know I'm an actual adult. Um me like this please we just ran out. I know I like shouldn't be sending Discord messages. It feels more like a Discord call to be fair. Yeah, no, that's honestly that's partially what I've been doing. And why like even a lot of my streams are genuinely just me and my other developer friends on call. I think the thing I always kind of wanted to do was just be like demystifying game dev essentially. I think game dev can be really scary for people, and that's kind of the same with like all arts, like drawing, writing, like all of that. People tend to say is like a talent, or like they treat it as if it's some magical thing. And what I'd love to do with this is basically just show it's not magic, it's just work. Like I'm sitting here losing my mind, struggling, but then still making something cool. Um, and I hope that I guess inspires people to keep at game dev, because it can be a really demoralizing thing to do. Um, because it takes so much time and effort for something that like you might not even like in the end, that I think having more people be open about the fact that yeah, this is hard and difficult, but it's still worthwhile is like a good thing. I really don't like a lot of game dev YouTubers and streamers, because a lot of them just kind of come across almost kind of egotistical. Like they're like great at what they do, and like everything's easy, and this is how you need to do things. This is the only way to do things. Or I'm like a super professional, and this is like the correct way. It's why I really started to dislike Pirate Software before Pirate Software had like a bunch of drama. I just did not like the way he talked about design or game development. And then when I saw his game and everything else came out, I was like, man, I don't like you. I don't like how you treat game development. Um, yeah, let me see if these guys actually do what I want them to now. So yeah, even if these streams feel more like a Discord call, that's kind of what I want from it. There are a few game dev YouTubers that I actually like. Yeah, it's it's kind of a crapshoot if I'm being honest with you. Um, and I have to kind of feel like, whoa, okay, that looked a little odd, but like they definitely entered the fall state, so that was the issue. Yippee, cool. I can move on with my life now. Um, God, who do I like actually enjoy? So like, I think it really depends. I like a lot of YouTube tutorials, especially when you're trying to find something specific, because it essentially is the same as like a video form of like Stack Overflow, where someone was just like, "Hey, I had this issue. This is how I solved it." Um, and then pretty much everyone else, I I have to like take and leave. Oh, Juniper Dev is pretty good. I like them. There's also like people that are just like making things and just showing what they make. Like I think Bunlith, I think is what she goes by. She made a so initially she made a Bloodborne PS1 version, and then it got copyright struck, so she took all of the like work and modeling that she did and put it into like a project called Nightmare Cart, and I think that's really awesome. Thomas Brush has some really good videos, but he also has takes that I'm like, no, dude, no thanks. He's also kind of going big on AI, and I really don't like AI. Every time I've used it, it genuinely feels like more of a hassle than it needs to be. I also really like the guy who did Portal 64. I like a lot of demake YouTubers, weirdly enough. I think part of it is that almost all of them are just excited to show off how they made a thing, and that's kind of what I like the most about game dev content. Um, and it's what I'd like to start pivoting to at a certain point. It's mostly just that, like, how do I say this? Like, it takes so long for projects to get to the point that I feel comfortable showing them off in a long form video format that I don't know when I'd even do that. If I make another short game like The Salesman, I'd probably do more of that type of content. All right. I'm actually fine with the enemy placement here. Um, I might actually change how this works because I think this should be kind of a moment of respite. Respite? Respect? I don't know. I don't know how that word's pronounced. I've only ever read that word, if I'm being completely honest with you. Um, but like, I do want this guy up here. This is probably going to change the most, so I think I'm just going to leave it. And I think I'm going to make this more of the combat challenge because I don't like that I introduce this spear enemy here and like he's introduced as you're attacking another guy. And I feel like that's a bit unfair. I think that I should introduce the spear guy. Well, I do introduce him here, but I don't like him there. I feel like both of those are bad introductions to a new enemy. And like the reason they're a bad introduction is because both of them are essentially traps. Like this is supposed to be the introduction to a projectile character because you're supposed to have this big lead up where he's throwing stuff at you. And then to have him up here is like weird. And I don't like that. So I think what I'm gonna do for now actually is I'm gonna just strip out all the unnecessary guys. Because those guys don't really matter. What matters is this. With this guy up here throwing stuff down at you along the entire path. I want to add stuff down here, whether it's an echo or like just more. Because right now it's like very clearly a house, but it's kind of dark. It's nothing really drawing your eye down here, and especially the door does not draw your eye, which is an issue. But this area needs to be kind of not completely reworked, but it definitely needs to be modeled. So I actually just want that. That's really all I want there. And I think with how tight this is and how much of a surprise this guy is, I think I am actually, for now, going to delete these. I'd rather have fewer enemies than too many enemies. And I think I'm actually going to switch these two. Or no. How do I want to go about this? I think I'm going to have it so that this sword guy will see you kind of as you're coming up. Whereas this guy is further back and won't see you until like you're actually up. Maybe. I think I could honestly. What is my FOV on these guys? Where do I handle that? Probably an enemy AI. I think I might turn all of these guys. I think I'm going to turn their FOV down to like 75, maybe even 60. What does 60 look like? Yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to turn it down to 60. I think that looks a bit more fair. So I'm going to have this guy kind of looking you dead in the eyes as you walk up. And then this guy will kind of trail in and make your life difficult if you're struggling. Because why not? Who's going to stop me? I also need to add like clutter or something down here. If we get bonfires in for the like play test, this is probably where I'm going to want it. I might even introduce, depending on how hard he is for players, I might genuinely introduce the sword character here instead. So I don't know. I don't think he'll be that hard, but it's very, honestly, one of the most difficult things that I've had to deal with when it comes to this is just really trying to gauge how difficult things are for players. But for now, think I want to do the lab. So I want another sword guy, first of all. Do I have a sword? I do, okay. So I want you, like, here. Maybe this is where I do more of that, like, ambushing. Maybe not yet. But I want this to feel more dangerous than previously. Because right now it's kind of just like, there's a bunch of guys here, fucking whatever. I think I'm going to put you right around this corner. Like, I don't want you completely sticking out, but I want you to kind of catch the player off guard as they round this corner. Maybe a little further back, maybe like here. And then I think I'm going to switch. I'm maybe going to put a ranged character in here. I don't know where I want to exactly have it. I think I actually might just move this guy back. And then put the sword character here. Like, this starts to get a bit harder because there's not a whole lot of structure in this cave. And so that kind of makes it more difficult to, like, plan out when I want certain enemies to see you. And when I want you to see certain enemies. So I actually might, like... I might even have, like, a row of, like, bookshelves here. Just to kind of space this out a bit more. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this big open space. Because I don't want too many enemies running at you at once. But also, like, they don't fill the space currently. And then I think there's, what, one more encounter? Which... I think I just want to kind of move these guys forward a bit. I am going to have people playtest this, so, like, if everyone's like, this is way too easy, and there's way too few guys to fight, I am probably going to beef some of these encounters up. But for now, I don't want, like, more than maybe 4 characters at a time. All right, and then this is kind of a rest. And then you run up to this guy and you backstab him with the new ability. And then again, there's not really much structure to this area, which makes this difficult. So I think what I could do is maybe push this red guy forward. Have you come and backstab him, and then these 2 kind of come in on you? Or do I even need the 2? I don't know. I want this to be... What I want from this is it to be a bit more structured than the previous one. Because the previous one is a freebie. You walk up and you backstab a guy. Like, that's not all that hard. What I am actually going to do, because I'm evil, Oh, wow, you're really... Why are you so far? Give me 0. Yeah. Oh, my God. What I am going to do... Where'd you go, buddy? There you are. Okay. I'm going to be a little evil. And I think right now, Bossy, you might be the only one here, so you're going to be the only one who knows about this. I'm going to place this projectile guy, which has a push. I'm going to place him right here. I'm going to, like, try to fit him right in this little nook. Now, I might even adjust the model for this. Because I don't think it's deep enough for you to not be able to see him. Here, one sec. Maybe... Yeah. So what he should do, essentially, is you run past him, and he'll just, like, push you. And I think that would be kind of funny. By funny, I mean, like, objectively evil. But I'm trying to be a little evil right now. And then I think... I don't really want enemies in the garden. At least not in the onboarding. So that should kind of hit the moments that I'm trying to hit. I don't know if it exactly gets what I want, but it should be good. Let me turn this a little bit more. And I want you maybe looking more here. So I want you to come up. Both of them are going to kind of see you as you backstab this guy. And then you got to deal with it. And this will be your first kind of like big lookout towards the village. For the demo, we're actually going to be doing billboards. Just because it's kind of killing performance at the moment, because it's like none of them have like good LODs. So for now, we're going to just like billboard an image out there. It won't look great, but Holly's doing their best to make it look as good as possible. But I'm going to do a quick run through. And then test a few more things, and then probably just make a build for level playtest. Oh yes, optimization, the best part of game dev. Oh my god, yeah, it's oof, it's been a struggle on this game. So, tells me to move, I walk forward, camera, light attack. I need them to have lower stand. I'm gonna actually like write some of this down. Because that guy needed... I need knockback on the enemies working again. So that guy needed knockback. Because like that looked really stiff when I hit him. Tells me to heavy attack. And then it will tell me I can look up at the guy. Tells me to lock on. I need that guy to be a little bit further range so that he can see you. He starts swinging at you. This is your first actual guy who like hits you. I might even up that to like 2 or 3 guys. Maybe just 2. Because they're really slow at the moment. I might even just increase their actual attack behaviors. You're kind of expected to run up here, grab item. Ooh, items don't work at the moment. That's weird. Does not open from this side. And And then swap targets while locked on. Yeah, and that guy doesn't currently turn back towards you. One thing I also need to do at some point is have it so that the lock-on doesn't drop until the enemies are, like, in their death state. Also, this guy was not supposed to see me. That's a little weird. I don't know why. Oh, don't know. It's probably because I gave them vision. They're not really supposed to have vision. Also, I got, like, way too much health and stamina right now. Oh, yeah, this is a little dark. Does this guy see me? Oh. Oh, he doesn't see me. That's not good. Hey, buddy. Okay, he pushes me. Did I not set up his projectile? Seemingly not. Okay, I need to fix his projectile. Good to know. Whoa. That's weird. What just happened? Is the player in, like, a false state? It's magic. Oh, so true. What a weird... Oh, my gizmos aren't even popping up for, like, the rotation. Dude, what? What is happening right now? Let me see the animator. We're gonna be very brave about this because this is scary. So if I hold, whoa, okay. Wow, now it's really laggy. Oh, because it's trying to turn. It's trying to turn, but I'm assuming something set move behavior to not be able to animate, or not move behavior. Where is it? It's animation parameters. Where's my animation parameters? So if I had to take a guess, can rotate. There we go. Now it should just work. It's gonna be laggy, but, like, it should just work now. Go back. Go back from whence you came. Don't want. Screw you. Get out of here. Oh man, now it's like chugging. That's so weird. Okay, so for whatever reason, false state cancels my can rotate. That's so weird. So false state means that I can't rotate after I land. What a weird interaction. And now it looks like my game's just gonna run at a lower FPS now. Just be significantly worse. Cool. Awesome. I love that. What? That's so weird. Okay. So if I had to take a guess, it would be false state is not letting me rotate when I land. Yeah. All right. Then how were the enemies able to do it? Weirdly enough. That's so whatever, man. I'm just gonna go through it and not fall this. Oh no, I can't not fall. Weird. Okay. Well, I know what the issue is. I can fix it in a minute, but for now, I just want to get through what I was getting through. That's also weird because that didn't happen previously. Like I'm really at like a loss of why that happened. Anyways, let me see the guys. Okay, yeah, they try to fall and then they like kind of glitch. That's weird. Oop. Speaking of weird, good to know that there's a hole in the geometry there. Like they're normal now. Apparently they did enter a fall state, but just them getting, I guess, what? Chat, I don't know what's going on. Oh, hi there. I'm sorry, what? Oh. Well, that might have caused it. Is it just the same? Does this have two? Of the same thing? So it can't decide between VSR1 attack and VSR1 attack. Sir, that's the same thing. Unless, oh, okay, that's why. Someone added it twice, and that someone might have been me. Is there any other errors, or was it just that? Let me collapse them. No reference accepting for executing performed callbacks of player interact. Weird. There's also a null ref on line 52 of move state. I love coding. Let's see. So this had a null ref. Hmm. I wonder if the interact is what the null ref was, or if for whatever reason this got reset. Weird. I love game dev. That's something to note. So I'm just going to write that down because I hate it here. But the ranged guy should be fixed. He might not throw his object because I don't know if it got reconnected to the new object throwing script. But let's see if we get any other errors. And also, let's watch these guys fall very poorly again. Actually, don't. We're gonna pause. Let me like look at this in scene. See, he's falling normally, which makes it even weirder that he didn't do it previously. Show me your, like, colliders. Yeah, your colliders are matched up. Where's your buddy? You? Let's see if you do it properly. Let me... Oh, I'm gonna have to hit one of these. Ooh, not quite. I don't know if you could see that, but, like, he glitched on the actual landing. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that later. But they're here on the ground. I'm way zoomed in. There we go. Alright. Now, hopefully I can still open this door. I don't know why I was getting that error before. Will he throw stuff at me? No ref. No ref on the ranged attack. Isn't it super fun doing reworks and then realizing that you got so much more to do? It's awesome. I love it. And now I'm getting a no ref from this. So that is causing an error. Weird. Well, I will have to fix that later. For now, I am simply going to do a stupid little move called turning off the doors. Wow, look at that. The doors are open. Crazy. Let's see. Big fall. Oh, that doesn't do any damage anymore either. Yeah, I might redesign that. Because I want that to be the healing tutorial. But if that doesn't do any damage to you, then I might as well push that back further. Also, I'm curious... I don't think you can see that, but, like, I'm turning up my brightness because, like, this is really dark to me. I'm curious if it's dark on stream. It's been fine on Holly's end, but at least on my screen, this is, like, pretty dark. I'm getting another null ref. Oh, that's the E. So if I got a null ref there, am I going to get another null ref by doing this? No. So it's just that one door. What a weird... I love game dev. What a weird thing to have happen. But okay, whatever. Yeah, I gotta fix that lock on it. Let's go, like, really quickly. So let's see. I see these two guys. He kind of pops around the corner, but he doesn't necessarily attack when I want him to. Is there a piece of geometry here that I can't see? Oh, there's definitely, like, a piece of geometry there. Get him heal quick. Yeah, they also don't knock out into a, like, knockback state the way they should. I think I need to add the behavior back in. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that still needs to be reconnected with these enemies, unfortunately. It's not that dark for me, but I also have it on full blast. Yeah, fair. Let me open up my door. I don't think any of the gates have had the issue, funnily enough. Whoa. Well, that'll do it. Womp womp. That's so weird. I've never had that happen before. Here, what's the, I got an error. It's a transform child out of bounds. Oh, did it try to call? It's trying to call the doors now. Weird. Let me turn them back on then. What a weird thing to have an issue with. Can I... Oh, cool. I can't even move anymore. Dude. Man, I love having a broken game. Yeah, there's a lot of fixes. So this is not going to be today, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping if all went well that I could make a build for the level today. There's a lot of issues right now. It's probably just like 2 or 3 little issues in a trench coat making it seem worse than it actually is. But it's still enough to make the game like basically unplayable. So let me... All I really got to see now is if I can go backstab a guy. And then if I can backstab him... Ooh. Wait, hold up. What was that? Okay, I'm getting a error on line 29. Oh god, right, because it's the stupid... That needs to be completely rewritten. That's really bad. This was a terrible way to do this. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Who let me code? So essentially backstab's not going to work. Is what that's telling me, I think. Yeah. In fact, I can't even attack because it's freaking out about that error. And it won't change states now. Yeah, so that's another big issue. Cool. I think honestly, no back shots. That's a crazy way to phrase it. Um So this stream has mostly just been placing some enemies and then realizing all of the bugs that I need to fix tomorrow. Yay. Ugh. Don't know. I'm actually probably gonna call it there, because I'm not trying to ruin my day. Because like that's a lot of little issues. They should all be easy to fix. I think I know the issue with pretty much all of them. It's just a matter of, do I want to die today or do I want to call it a day, write down some notes and then fix it tomorrow? Which I think I'm just gonna fix it tomorrow. I know I don't always stream the full 3 hours, but like sometimes it's really hard to switch tasks, especially when I'm here on stream. I'm like really bad at switching tasks, actually, weirdly enough. It like completely throws off my flow. Like it took me a second to get back into doing like level stuff when I had to do that bug fix. Or I guess it wasn't a bug fix. I was trying to figure out why it looked like the ground rings were elsewhere. And it's just because it seems like Chloe used the same code as the ground rings to do the checks, which like that completely threw me off for so long. But the game's coming along. I just really need to connect a lot of stuff that got disconnected with our big rework. I might even stream a few more times because like we're getting really close now to having this like be able to be tested by people again. And we got like a month until we want to have the demo out. So I'm going to be working pretty hard on this. I'll be streaming when I can. I think I am going to call it there just so I don't lose my mind today. But you might see me stream later in the day, later in the week. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. But I am gonna see you guys later. Thank you for stopping by, Bossy, and anyone else who's here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.